The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. My destination is no longer a place, rather a new way of seeing. Let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. We don't receive wisdom. We must discover it for ourselves after a journey that no one can take for us or spare us. Always try to keep a patch of sky above your life. Remembrance of things past is not necessarily the remembrance of things as they were. Sometimes in this life, under the stress of an exceptional emotion, people do say what they think. It is often hard to bear the tears that we ourselves have caused. Like many intellectuals, he was incapable of saying a simple thing in a simple way. Truth is a point of view about things. It has been said that beauty is a promise of happiness. Conversely, the possibility of pleasure can be a beginning of beauty. In reality, every reader is, while reading, the reader of his own self. People don't know when they are happy. They are never so unhappy as they think they are. It is not because other people are dead that our affection for them grows faint. It is because we ourselves are dying. Love is a striking example of how little reality means to us. People can have different kinds of pleasure. The real one is that for which they will forsake the others. It comes so soon, the moment when there is nothing left to wait for. We do not succeed in changing things according to our desire, but gradually our desire changes. But instead of what our imagination makes us suppose, and which we worthless try to discover, life gives us something that we could hardly imagine. It is our imagination that is responsible for love, not the other person. We must never be afraid to go too far, for truth lies beyond. A powerful idea communicates some of its strength to him who challenges it. Happiness is beneficial for the body, but it is grief that develops the powers of the mind. Things don't change, but by and by our wishes change. In a separation, it is the one who is not really in love who says the more tender things. As long as men are free to ask what they must, free to say what they think, free to think what they will, freedom can never be lost and science can never regress. The courage of one's opinions is always a form of calculating cowardice in the eyes of the other side. Happiness serves hardly any other purpose than to make unhappiness possible. Desire makes everything blossom. Possession makes everything wither and fade. Even though our lives wander, our memories remain in one place. If a little dreaming is dangerous, the cure for it is not to dream less, but to dream more, to dream all the time. The only thing that does not change is that, at any and every time it appears, that there have been great changes. Time, which changes people, does not alter the image we have retained of them. We are healed of our suffering only by experiencing it to the full. After a certain age, the more one becomes oneself, the more obvious one's family traits become. You can't learn the truth about a man's intentions by asking him. The heart does not lie. A little insomnia is not without its value in making us appreciate sleep, in throwing a ray of light upon that darkness. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Be aware, always and at every moment, that the miracle is in the here and now. We are all of us obliged, if we are to make reality endurable, to nurse a few little follies in ourselves. Everybody calls clear those ideas which have the same degree of confusion as his own. If only for the sake of elegance, I try to remain morally pure. Often it is just lack of imagination that keeps a man from suffering very much. It is not only by dint of flying to others, but also flying to ourselves, that we cease to notice that we are lying. We feel in one world, we think and name in another. Between the two, we can set up a system of references, but we cannot fill in the gap.